sure you listen to my daddy's podcast right now. Is it best show in the world?
And this is Card Space Up Podcast, episode number 32. I am your host, Mr. Ty Hill, and this segment is called I Declare War with Ty Hill. Look, today I got a special guest, you feel me? And I got to build a mood for y'all. Like, I got to build the moment in time for y'all. I need y'all to just close your eyes for a second, you feel me? The year was 1995, you feel me? The place was New York City, Madison Square Gardens, live on stage, right? And first you had Big School come out, and he killed it with his verse, right? And then you had one of the legendary Biggie Smalls come on, and he killed it with that infamous line that everybody remember: "Can't touch my riches, even if you had 357." What do you say? Even if you had Hammer in them 357 bitches. And then not only did you have them two, you had the legendary Tupac Shakur. Shout out to all my Baltimore heads, New York heads for this one. You feel me? He came on with the what do you say? And all my niggas in the pen, here we go again. Ain't nothing separating us but our Mac 10. He came on with that, right? And you would think with all that legendary power in the building, right? And like I said, the year was 95. All that legendary power in the building, you would think the crowd is just at their hypest because they loud, it's packed, they screaming. Then this came on.
Right. Times was getting hard, wrote his wall, and I swear to God, I even got caught trying to steal from the junkyard. A born devil, a rebel without a cause. I never had a good Christmas.
So who was Santa Claus?
I walk the streets at night with my head down. In this little town, you see clowns that wanna be there.
Yeah.
So they get a Glock and lick shots again. Props so you can hear as the shells drop. And no man got shot and the post a lot in front of my building.
I hang with his grandchildren.
Before the nigga that pulled the trigger and try to slide and hide.
And he got knocked by the homicide.
And this happens every day around my waist, so I pray that I can live another day.
Yeah, and then that came on and the crowd fucking went berserk. Little 14, 15-year-old nigga on the stage. And the crowd went crazy, and his name was none other than Shyheim. And we got him here today. Shyheim, what it do, God?
Peace. What's up, B-More? How's it hanging? What's happening?
Man, listen, brother, listen. We appreciate you for stopping through with this, man. And I just want to get right into it, let you know we're honored to have you on here, homie. Like I told you feel me? And you've done so much in your career. You've done so much in your career that I think a lot of people might not even realize. Like, you got on at what, 13 years old?
Yeah. I signed my first contract at 13, but my music didn't come out till I was like 15 years old though.
And that was what, 94 with the Rugged Child, that whole CD?
Yeah. That was the Rugged Child CD. Yup, correct.
With the On and On. And I'm gonna tell you, I was a little bit behind. You feel me? My first CD from you, well, my first tape, because this is tapes back then. I remember walking down to the record store. We used to pass out flyers for them, and they would give us single tapes and shit like that. My first one from you was The Lost Generation.
And okay, yeah, that was my second album. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was like 9-6, right?
Yeah, correct, exactly. Yeah.
So 9-6, I got my first tape from you, and I listened back. That tape was so ill because not only is it a kid talking, you feel me? It's a 15, 16-year-old kid talking. You feel me? I'm relating to it as from a kid perspective, and I'm like, damn, it's killing it, but he's talking like an adult. Then we went back, of course, the mixtapes was heavy back then, so we got the live at Madison Square Garden shit. Like, what was on your mind at that time? Because at that time when y'all did that, I mean, Pac wasn't Pac all the way, Big wasn't Big all the way. Not to mention, I can't forget, we left out the legendary, you feel me? We also had who else was on there? Big Daddy Kane was on there.
Yeah, that was the whole reason any of us was there. That was Kane's show. That was Kane's show. Kane was the superstar. You know what I mean? Or bigger than all of us. You know what I'm saying? He gave us the opportunity to come up there and rock with him.
Wow. So what was on your mind at that time? Not only you're with the legendary Kane at the time, right?
Yeah.
Tupac and Biggie, they still, kind of building who they is. But you with Kane at a sold out place in Madison Square Garden, and I'm pretty sure you the youngest backstage.
Yeah, well, see, the thing with Kane was, pardon me, I had met Kane years prior to that actual performance, and Kane became like a big brother, a mentor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he called me his son to this day, but he was like a father figure to me. You know what I mean? And he gave me a lot of jewels about the business and what to look out for. And he actually took me on tour with him before I even had a record out. And we came to Madison Square Garden. That was like the finale show of that Budweiser Superfest tour of that year.
Okay, okay. So going on tour with him, you already kind of had your jewels and stuff. You kind of knew what the game consisted of before you even got a record deal.
Well, I was in the process of getting a record deal, like when I met Kane, you know, but I haven't came out yet. So it was still like I had a deal, but I wasn't released on record yet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, then I will run around with Kane.
Okay, you was just basically freestyling on stage. He bring you out, but you also got another legendary song with Kane that he put you on. I'm guessing that he put you on. You feel me with Jay Z. You had Sauce Money on it. Y'all did that video. I remember seeing that when I was younger.
Yeah, yeah, with Old Dirty Bastard as well. And yeah,
Okay.
that was on Kane. That was on Kane, R.I.P. Dirt. That was on Kane album. Yeah, so Kane took me on tour, you know what I'm saying? Let me get on his album. He actually had got on a remix of mine called Pass It Off. And yeah, you know, to this day, me and Kane speak, man. That's you know, that's a good brother right there.
Got you, man. I I think back when I did music and shit, right? And I always think about the aspect of I was hanging with, I mean, I'm 13, 14, too at the time, you feel me? And I'm trying to rap
Yeah.
way above the age or experience I was actually living. You feel me? Like I thought I
Yeah.
was living it, you feel me? Or but I was really like I always compare my songs back then to the Ron Isley shit when he did with Nas looking out of my project window. And it was
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
understanding that notepad that you could just write anything and you know you was basically putting yourself in a perspective of other people that you've seen it but it wasn't you yet.
Yeah.
Is that what you was dealing with at that time, like?
Yeah, yeah, because it was like I was like pretty much the news reporter from my neighborhood, you know, and that's what I would rhyme about because how I even developed that style of writing was you know, I my mom struggled with a drug addiction, right? And my pops was in prison, right? See, back then we used to joke and snap and things like that, right? So when we was joking and somebody said, "Yo, your mom's a crackhead," everybody laughed, right? But then when I said, "Yo, yeah, my mom's a crackhead," but I said it in a rhyme, they cheered, and it was a
Man,
way for me to say and get it off my chest and you know what I'm saying? So then I started to write more about reality and reality of things that I've seen that people could relate to because it got the most cheers, it got the most feeling, it got the most, you know, it's a difference from saying a rhyme and people be just nod their head like that's dope. Or you say a rhyme and then when someone meets you or see you, they gotta hug you. It's just a different approach.
right. I could definitely understand that. So what was one of your biggest, I'm gonna say, what was the hardest part about being so young around so many older niggas? Like you was around, I mean, people that are legends just like you are, you feel me? But at that time you was a kid. So I know what it
Yeah.
is to be in a building with a bunch of older dudes and nobody want to really give you your respect. Like how was that? Like how did you prove who Shyheim is? Like,
Well, my success proved who I was and the work that I was putting in and the quality of the work that I was doing earned me the respect of my peers and those older than me. Um, but that was pretty much that. How I dealt with it, I it was a hard time dealing with it as I got older because I took it on face value. You know, being a kid, I took these relationships with record company people, radio execs, and radio personalities, magazine people all around the world, around the country. In my mind, I perceived them as my friend. And I thought in my mind like they really cared about me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought as a kid. That's very easily to do because every time they see you, they happy, they smiling, they hugging you. They, you know what I'm saying? They come on, let's go to the store. Let me get you some. It's anything's on your mind. You thinking these people care about you, and then to one day when maybe you come through some trials and tribulations, or maybe your record's not doing as well, and then the reality come that it was just a business and everyone just just goes on with their life while you have to figure out yours. And that's what happened with me. And actually, I'm glad it did happen because it just turned me into a different individual. So now I'm able to see things and I experience things so I can see it from a mile away. It hurt then, but now I realize that that was just God giving me the tools that I would need in my bag to deal with the future things of my life.
Right, right. That's dope.
You know.
So I mean, with the music, you dropped in total what, 5 albums? Like real
Uh,
albums?
yeah, I dropped AKA The Rugged Child, The Lost Generation,
Man,
Man
child.
Child albums, and then I released two independent albums, the Greatest Story Never Told, and Disrespectfully
Disrespectful.
Speaking.
That's my
Yeah,
shit. That's
yeah,
my
but
shit. So
yeah,
you did those five, right? And you
yeah.
also did movies, and that's something I think that you don't get the credit that I feel as though you should, because you got to deal with real actors. Like you got to deal with real celebs on the movie scene too. I mean, your first movie was what, Original Gangsters?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
Well,
hammer.
look, man, come on, man. They all gonna block the sun. Why wouldn't they? You know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna if I sat there and waited for them to rub my shoulders and tell me that I'm great, I'll be, you know what I'm saying? What does it make me? I tell myself I'm great. But those things are not the things that make me great, nor the things that make me happy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
those things, movies and music and accolades and cheers, those things are not the things that make me feel successful. What make me feel successful is that I can put a smile on somebody's face. I can give somebody some understanding, some wisdom. You know what I mean? And I can be there and be a friend because that's what I learned what I had to do, and I had to learn empathy. You know what I mean? If I want something in life, I have to give that. If I want peace, I have to be of peace. If I want, you know what I'm saying, love, I have to give love. I want a friend, I have to be a friend. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just how I measure success. To some other people, it might be the jet and it might be the yacht. You know what I'm saying? But nobody really fucks with them generally. So when they slide down that razor of reality, you know what I'm saying, and go in that
Cha-ching.
pool of alcohol, that shit's gonna burn. See, me, it doesn't affect me because I already have my back split open and soaked in alcohol. So it's just a different, it's a different vibe.
Right, right. I totally get it. So dealing with you've been on the music scene of it high, you feel me, at a high level of success, and you've been on the movie scene at a high level of success, you feel me, Original Gangsters. You had a part inside what was that, The Preacher's Wife? Um
Preacher's Wife, In Too Deep,
In Too
and I
Deep.
also played on the Parenthood Robin Townsend television show.
Right,
Uh,
right, right. Which
yeah.
which one you enjoy the most?
Um, I both of them. I enjoy them both. Hip hop is my first love. You know what I'm saying? Acting is something that I got into that I didn't necessarily set out to do. But, people tell me that I'm good and I'm a natural or whatever. So, I mean, I've learned to like it. You know what I mean? Now, as far as for my future, I would like to get back into it, you know what I mean, and do some more films and just stretch my talent and challenge myself. So if
Right,
I
right.
do it, it'll be for that. It'll be for the challenge of really to set my mind out and give myself a goal to reach.
Okay. You say you ain't really set out to do acting, you feel me? And I know you come from a that era was kind of, they wasn't big on acting. You feel me? Rappers trying to
Yeah,
act and stuff like that. They wasn't
yeah,
really big on that. And I think the
yeah,
first time we saw you really show your acting skills at all was what, TLC? Don't Go Chasing
yeah.
Waterfalls.
Yes, yes, correct. Yeah.
How you land that? Did you actually go try out for it?
No, what actually happened was they was trying to get me in movies and films prior to that, but again, like you said, in hip hop, it was kind of frowned upon at that time if you got in a movie, or even if you was getting major radio play, you was kind of like on the outside of what was really happening. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of like was like pop pop goes the weasel. You know what I'm saying? But
Real shit.
so when I was getting offered these roles after my music was out and stuff like that, I was like, nah, I don't want to do that, you know. And so the director who directed TLC Waterfalls, he had reached out prior for a film he was doing prior, but I had turned it down. And then he was like, yo, I'm doing a music video for TLC. It's not acting. You're not gonna say nothing. You're just gonna be, just be yourself. So I'm like, oh, TLC, all right, cool. I like TLC, like bet, you know what I mean? And I did it, and that turned out to be, what I'm saying, one of the greatest videos of all time.
Definitely, definitely. Um, we what's the name? You talk a lot about as far as turning stuff down at such a young age. Your management, who was your management back then? You had like moms, or well, you say your mom's
Oh,
had her
nah,
addiction was
nah,
going through that.
nah. My manager was Big Wigs Management, Guy Route. They was my managers back then, and then later on, I transferred over to Wu-Tang Management and Wu-Tang Records. Later on,
So who
after
was
my
telling you to
first two albums.
okay, who was telling you kind of to turn this stuff down? Because I also know where it is, that you turned down Jay Z.
No,
They say
see, no. The thing with the movie, it was just like nobody. That was me. I didn't. I felt like that was a sellout, so I didn't want to do it. That was just one of those things, you know what I'm saying? Until after the movie, and then I start, you know what I mean. Then Fred Williamson called me, you know what I'm saying, the Hammer, and then how do you say no to the Hammer, you know what I'm saying? And Jim Brown and Pam Grier, and you know what I'm saying, Richard
the
Roundtree,
real
like
Foxy Brown.
yeah, how do you do that? And plus, the money was different than hip hop. I said, "Oh shit, I'm fucking with this," you know. But the Jay Z thing, unfortunately, I never, Jay Z never came to me personally. You know what I'm saying? He had spoke to somebody, a representative of mine, allegedly. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And they had turned it down. You know what I'm saying? But we never had a conversation. It wasn't something like, he was like, "Yo, Shy, I want you on this record," and I'm like, "Nah, nah, not right now," or "Nah, I don't got time," or "I don't want to do it," because we never had
Well,
that conversation.
we look at you feel me? And it makes sense. It makes sense, you feel me? If you look at Jay Z with the coming of age, you feel me? He went and grabbed Bleak. Bleak was probably a little bit
Yeah.
older than you at the time, but that's some of the things I think we might not even pay attention to what you inspired, because what Big went out and grabbed Steve. Like, they was grabbing
Yeah.
kids that was about that life
Yeah,
that was really
well, see what it was exactly, it's like after me, it made it like, since I was part of such a big crew, Wu Tang, it was like you had those things became a formula. Like, yo, yeah, you got the crew, the deep crew, you gotta get a chick and you gotta get a shorty.
get a
Like, you
kid.
know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was the first one running with a crew, you know what I'm saying? Like
That's
that.
what I was going to compare it to. It
Well,
was
no,
like
no, 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 no. Let me correct it because Chi Ali was with the native tongues. So let me correct it.
but
But you know
T.
what I'm
Ali
saying? As
wasn't
far
that young though, was he?
yeah, Chi Ali came out young, young too. He came out before me though, but he was of that, you know what I'm saying, that time, you know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
with a major crew, Flavor Union and Queen
Right,
Latifah, the
right.
native tongue, Drez and all of them, he was with a big crew.
They
So
was
he
deep
was
as
really,
shit.
yeah, he was really the first to run with a big crew like that, you know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Well,
Y'all shit, man. I gotta give you credit, and it's crazy because even if that situation, even if it wasn't about the situation with Jay Z, or if he ever really said it or whatever, the fact that he mentioned you in his book, saying that he admired you. You ever seen that?
yeah, yeah, I read it. I read it. I had read it and stuff, and I had seen it on some bus stops. And man, listen, man, I'm honored, man, that I could do inspire him because he inspires me as well, and that's what it's about. You know what I mean? We
Mm-hmm.
inspire each other and make each other great. I mean,
That's what art do.
it was a missed opportunity for me, but then again, it really wasn't because what's for me is for me. The universe is going to provide that for me. That was for Bleak. And you know what I'm saying? And that was his blessing, and he did great with it. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing. And you know what I mean? And you know, maybe next time, maybe me and Jay-Z could do something in the future. You know, who knows?
Right, right. I look at the pattern of your style. The pattern of your style has always been speaking realistic, speaking pain. You know, even down to your stories with your mother, you spoke about those in your music. I don't know if everybody caught it, but I caught them because my mom also struggled with addiction before she passed
Hmm.
away. You dig what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And so I caught them young, and I heard those things. You feel me? And I heard never had a good Christmas, so who the fuck is Santa Claus? Like I
yeah,
heard those things, and they resonated with me personally. But a lot of people did, and you spoke a lot of stuff in your music, and like you said, you were the reporter of the hood. You were the reporter at
yeah,
that time. How much do you
yeah,
think your music affected what your life actually is today? Because you feel me, you had to sit down for 6 years
mm,
um, for whatever that situation is. We ain't gonna get into that because you served your time on that. So you
yeah,
sat down for 6 years, but you spoke about time way before that. And I mean, your first three albums, you spoke about POs, you spoke about
yeah,
getting caught, you spoke about all that shit. And you
yeah.
also come from that era where they said hip hop police was rapping. You know, they was out there fucking with everybody. Do you think sometimes, not just your situation why you had to sit down, do you think you were a target sometimes by those hip hop police, or is that shit fake?
Oh, well, both. Um, it wasn't my fate. You know what I mean? Well, actually, it was because nothing happens that's not supposed to happen. Because if it happens, that means it was meant to happen. If it doesn't happen, it wasn't meant to happen, right? But um, I won't say it was the music, right? But again, being a reporter, so it goes from you watching it until you actually start partaking in it and start, you know what I mean? It goes from, you just rapping about it, and now you smoking the blunts, and now you drinking, and now the crew's on the block, and now it's just this and that, and one thing leads to another and another and another, and next thing you know, it's this big ball rolling down the hill. You know what I'm saying? Of stacked upon things. Um, I do believe now that I know better of what I say out of my mouth, I know I have the power to create that in my existence. And I feel that I've recognized that as well when I was away in prison. And I'm sitting around, in your mind, you all you have is your thoughts, because really you're really alone, no matter how many people are around you. You know what I'm saying? You go
Mm-hmm.
in there by yourself and you come out by yourself. But at the end of the day, so I had a lot of time to think and go over songs, and I'm like, damn, I said that shit. And damn, I said that. And this shit came true. So I'm like, oh man, I gotta change this shit. I gotta will good things in my life. You know what I'm saying? Positive things.
Law of
And I have
attraction.
and I have to be that way. And that's what it taught me. So I think I went through all of that to be the person I am right now. You know what I mean? And I don't regret anything, because in the lesson there's the blessing. And so whether it's good or whether it's bad, I search for the lesson, and I find the good in that.
Real talk, real talk. So you went through a situation, and like you said earlier, you were an affiliate of Wu-Tang Clan. And a
Yeah,
lot of people don't know you had your deal first, like you spoke on, but
yeah.
they kind of took you under the wing as the little homie, right?
Um, yeah, it was always that way. Not really under the wing. It was like, because all right, we all from the same pretty much neighborhood. Like, it's different projects, but Staten Island is not that big, so we all kind of pretty much on the same spot, right? And it's just different connection. Ghost is my people's. Um, RZA's brother, Ninth Prince, that's my man, and me and him grew up from third grade together, so that put me around RZA. So I grew up under them. You know what I'm saying? Always under them, because we the next generation. Myself and Killer Army and Sons of Man, we all like under them. You know what I'm saying? In age groups. So
Hmm.
we're the next chapter behind the older guards. And that's just what it is. I wouldn't say a wing, because I didn't get told what to do. Like, when you under somebody's wing, it's like, yo, do this, do that, yo, we making this shit happen for you. Nah, I was making this shit happen on my own, you know what I'm saying, and rolling with some older niggas that inspired me, and I've learned from them as as well. Yeah.
Okay, that's powerful right there. So you had your little situation, you feel me? And I know it is what it is because brothers gonna be, family gonna be. You and Raekwon had a situation.
Yeah.
How's that today?
Oh man, that's great. It's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That situation had to do with a lot of growth on my behalf. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you don't see where a person is at because you just haven't reached that place in your life yet. You know what I'm saying? I still had a lot of expectations. I still, you know what I'm saying? I still felt at that time I felt entitled to a lot of things, and I got frustrated when I felt that they wasn't doing enough for me or how I felt that they should have did for me. You know what I'm saying? So that got me angry. And when you're immature and you get angry, you lash out and you do shit like that. You know what I mean? But once you grow and you understand, I see where his position was in it at the time. And me standing here today, it makes sense to me today when I took away the emotion and that I had attached to it before. And when that happened and I realized that, I had to be man enough to go to him and apologize, not for what happened, but for the way that I reacted behind it, because I still feel the way I feel about the situation, but
Right.
the way I went about handling it was very immature on my behalf. So I had to apologize for that. And you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? We hugged and you know what I'm saying? We exchanged numbers. Like, do I call him? No. Do he call me? No. But it's it's in a good space. We could call each other, like you know what I mean?
Right.
And that's
I
and
mean,
that's growth. And that's growth, you know what I'm saying?
I think when you the youngest out the clique, like I said, I'm the youngest out my team.
So you got to fight to be respected, right? They ain't gonna
Yeah,
know
man.
nothing, and so you
And
punch them in the face, right? And you be like,
exactly,
"Oh, this little
exactly.
nigga, wow, right?"
Man, I got a little.
Yeah,
I got niggas that I used to. They just accept me for who I am. Oh, that's him just doing the stupid shit he do. You feel me? We was kids, so they kind of understand it is. You feel me? Like you said, you was thinking a lot of times with emotion, and
yeah,
emotion is a motherfucker. So
yeah,
my homies know I'm emotional. Everything I do at one point was just strictly off emotions. However I
yeah,
felt, if you wrong me, I'm reacting off emotions, no thought process behind it. And having older niggas around, they had to kind of understand that, like, yeah, he's still young. And I mean, you got a good understanding from it as far as you said, you're older now and you understand more of how they were looking at it from his perspective. So when you was
yeah,
doing your time or whatever, you did 6 years in prison. How was the
yeah,
reach out? Because you crazy connected with people. I mean, we've talked from Whitney Houston all the way up to Old Dirty Bastard. You feel me? And rest in peace, ODB. How was the reach out while you was in prison?
What do you mean to reach out? Like the industry people that I met, did they reach out? Hell no, you know how that shit go. You know what I mean?
Well,
And and
sometimes
and
they do. It depends how far they trying to take it. You feel me? Like I was looking at the DL Hughley story with the little young guy from there. He reached out to him and got him out of his little situation. And of course, what your
um,
situation is as
what
men, we
Well, I think that's the character of the people. It's on the people. If it was in their heart, they would have. And not to say that they didn't care or have any love for me, but I just look at it as a percentage of love. It might see. It's like you have some people that may have like 20% love for you, and then there's 50 and 70. If you got 20%, you may oh Shy, come to my event. It's all love. You get in free. Whatever I can do to help you, I'll make a phone call for you. Cool. Then you got 50% love that says, yo, I'm gonna help you get some money, da da da, put some money in your pocket. Da. Then you got, you know what I mean, 70. Then you got 100 where somebody's like, I don't care if they put you under a tunnel and with sand, I'm gonna dig you
mm,
out and come see you because you my brother. So, but that's just what it is. You know what I mean? And people's lives goes on. I grew to not take it personal because I said, yo, nobody owed me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody owed me nothing, for one. For two, they wasn't my co-defendants. They ain't have nothing to do with what I did to go to prison. I had to, you know what I'm saying? I had to be a man and stand up for my shit. And that's that. You know what I mean? What I would have wanted that, what I would have appreciated, yeah. But I don't feel no way that they didn't, you know what I mean? But I know how to deal with people like that now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a kid no more. So I'm like, yo, I can put that emotional shit to the side and do business and have no problem, but just respect it when I go and put my priorities first. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
That's that's growth in a grown man because I got homies that's coming home 40 years and shit like that. I got homies that still call, yo, damn, yo, you can't. I'm like, nigga, I was fucked up before you went in. I don't know why you expecting, and it's crazy because you growing up in these type of environments, you start to put your expectations on people. You want people to react in situations how you would react or carry it how you would carry it. But you then
Yeah.
gotta understand some shit just ain't the same. I mean, when you talking about two niggas that come out the bottom together, you feel me? Y'all all come out the bottom together, not just situation per se, but just in general. Everybody
Yeah.
coming out the bottom. Sometimes you start looking at the niggas around you like, damn, man, we got the same opportunity, same 24 hours, man. You got to
Well,
make this shit work.
see, this is the thing too. Like that has to take place. It's like you you have to be able to be utilized. Like even myself or anybody that's around me, if they're not trying to utilize me to make them put themselves in a different situation, then I don't deal with them. It's like if I have access, say I got access to whoever, a bunch of people, right? They may be bigger than me. So do I sit around these people waiting for an opportunity for them, from them to me, or do I go and create an opportunity for them, and then which in turn that helps benefit me because they're in a bigger situation for me. So why not? And I'm going around trying to get a movie deal for Shyheim first. No, I'm gonna say, yo, what's up? What you think about meth in a movie? And broker
Right.
that deal and then come back around and get down later and get in the movie later because so now when I call, you're gonna answer my phone call because it's about something.
Just
Other than that, if
rearranging the
niggas,
order.
yeah, because it's what's yours is gonna be yours. But don't mean don't utilize the people you have access to, no matter what it is. And I think when people start thinking about that and one hand washes the other, what I mean, you grow.
Got you.
Because
Got you.
nobody, even down to somebody who fix cars. I don't fix cars, but if I know somebody who fix cars, I fix cars. Because I'm gonna go
Mm-hmm.
broker to somebody that, yo, you want your car fixed? I can get it fixed for this. Where, yo, you fix cars, you fix it for this. All right, I'm getting this out of that. All right, boom, that's my.
Exact.
I'm going now. But
Same thing.
if you,
Same thing we did on the block.
yeah, the same rules apply. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not bringing value to nobody, how you then you taking away. You taking away energy. You taking away time. It's wasted time. You know?
Right. Right. Shy, you was blessed with to sit down with some gods of the game. You feel me? And some of our people that's watching over us now, and if that's what we believe in, you feel me?
Mhm.
Tupac, Biggie, Big L. A lot of people don't know that relationship with you and Big L. You feel me? And
Yeah.
I got a couple songs with y'all on a stash. You feel me from back in the day. And
Mm.
of course ODB.
Yeah.
Out of all those people, can you bless us with a story that we might not know with ODB?
Uh, oh man. Dirty. It's so many stories about Dirty, man. Um. See, I can't give them all up because I got my autobiography coming out. But I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see. Like
Give us
Dirty
give us
was just
something,
wild.
man.
I remember one time Dirty showed up at a party, right? And he still had all the alarms on from his clothes from the store. Like like he must have just stole it because like he just had alarms everywhere. I was just like, yo, this thing's crazy. You know what I mean? But well, it was very special guy, man. Very good hearted, man. I
Man.
truly, truly, truly missed. You know what I mean?
I was
Wow.
just now sitting with my stepmoms, right? And we was watching Fantasy with him and Mariah Carey, right? Because
Yeah.
she's a lady and she's older, so she don't know none of that shit. But when I was
Mm.
like, oh, you gonna know this one. I put Fantasy
Yeah.
on for her, right? And she's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember this. But we was talking. I said, you know how I'm gonna make you remember who he is? I said, you watch his son. And she was like, what? Oh, from the show, what Love and Hip Hop
Yeah.
with ODB son is on. I said, man,
Growing up hip hop.
yeah, growing up hip hop. I said he got so much of his character in it, right? Like
Yeah.
it's a lot of ODB character in it, man. So look, like I told you, bro, I appreciate you. I appreciate everything that you have given the game, everything that you're going to give the game, because one thing for sure, two things is for certain. Tomorrow gives us opportunity to make it even better, right?
Sure.
So, and
Yes, sir.
that's what this is all about. So with this, I'm not going to hold you all night, but I do want you to do me one favor. The one
What's
favor
going on?
is you gotta spit something for us, Shy, whether old, new.
Uh,
We ain't heard, we
oh
have heard.
shit.
Give us something, Shy, and then after that, give them your motherfucking how they can reach
Uh,
you. Let them know that you still out here killing shit, cause I know you still
yeah,
killing shit, but they need to know.
yeah, you got they just got to go to the page, man. They got to go to the page and to the Instagram, and they can hear it. You ain't see that new shit I dropped
No, I seen it.
yesterday.
That's why you gotta
That's
tell
what I'm
them,
saying.
Shy. Tell them
Yeah,
how
they
to
got
get
to go
there.
to Shyheim underscore rugged SHYHEIM underscore RUGGED. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can hear the freestyles on the page or whatever. And yeah, because I just don't want to do it prematurely. I don't got to be, you know what I'm saying?
No, I could dig it, bro. Give
But
us something
yeah,
old then, cause they at least want to hear your voice, Shy. Give us something old.
you gonna do
I
me
look,
like
you see
that?
I'm on
You
you,
gonna
right?
do me like that? Yeah, they've been hearing my
I,
voice for about 20 minutes.
yeah, you gotta give us
oh,
something else, man.
oh man, this is just I don't know, man. Let me see some. Cops search till they find shells from nines fired last night. Kids playing, finds needles, sticks themselves. Now they got it. Dirty game, virgin veins, circulating blood with a virus. Sirens. All I hear is sirens. Somebody shut off these fucking sirens. Stop screaming. Stop crying. My heart is heavy. My community's dying. We are not being bothered, nor being fathers. We all just watching, sitting back, drinking yak, doing nothing about our circumstances. How can it be most can't read, but could teach our kids these new dances? Twitter me this while I get frisked, and they say it's just a routine stop. Normal procedure, write my name, remember my face as a gang leader. I pray to Jesus, I pray to God, I pray to Allah, we sure do need them. 2012, them ships was leaving, a billy a ticket. Even if I could get it, I ain't leaving. I am needed. I'm not preaching. I'm no deacon. I get weeded. I hold heaters. I will steam you, warm you to fuck up. Civil war amongst the poor while the rich is chilling on their boats. They kill and they steal while we wish and we hope. Fuck that. Peace.
Fuck that, man. Shaheem, we
Word
appreciate you,
up.
God. I thank you
Thank
so
you,
much
Lord.
for giving us this opportunity coming to kick it with Cars Face Up, aka for
Beautiful.
this segment, I declare war with Ty Hill. Man, we looking forward to seeing all of the greatness that you about to bring to the world, man. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, G. Peace.
Shy, peace.
All right, Brody.